Hey, the theme of the stream today is definitely, let's just name it right now. How about lion-hearted, brave and courageous? Brave and courageous. That's a good theme of the stream today. Brave and courageous, going forward. One thing I'm learning about fear, brave and courageous is not doing something without fear. It's recognizing fear, right? Recognizing what fear does, or what's the purpose of it? Why do we have it? And obviously, the main purpose of our life implanted by God above is to survive and thrive and to multiply. And so, God is interested in us thriving, striving, and accomplishing and duplicating and living life more prosperously. And when we do that, there's going to be a side effect of happiness. God does not implant us happiness. He's not even interested in happiness. Well, he already knows the side effect is going to be happiness if you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, going after what you're supposed to be going after. All right, we're talking about lion-hearted today. That's the theme of the stream. Just came up with it while backing out of the driveway. You saw it live. And why? Well, I'll tell you why lion-hearted is important. And bravery and courageousness. That's basically, lion-hearted is being brave and courageous. And I was talking about fear, the purpose of fear, right? So that we stay alive. So we're implanted with fear, but bravery and courageousness is not doing things without fear. It's recognizing fear and then going forward and doing the right thing anyways. It's regardless of fear, we move forward and bravely and courageously move in the next direction we need to be heading in. I don't want to say without fear. In other words, in spite of fear itself. And I didn't even mean to talk about this today. Going down to the gym right now, folks. Going down to the gym. If you haven't already, subscribed to the channel. Cliff Yates, that's the name of the channel. Got the podcast, The Cliff Yates Show. It's all personal growth, self-improvement, motivation, inspiration, how we can live a better life each and every day in every way. That's what it's all about. Always going to be great content. So you're in the right place. And if you're just showing up in the live feed because I'm going live vertically, which most of the time people are not going to be connected to the channel who are watching this. You're jumping in, because you see it live on the Shorts feed, which is great because that's how we're growing our audience, a community of progress. You're going to be part of it. You won't be disappointed. Are you joining an easy crowd? No way. But who would want to join an easy crowd? Anybody can join an easy crowd. You want to be tested, pushed to the next level. It's the only way you're going to have fulfillment in your life. And by fulfillment, you're going to have happiness, believe me, as a side effect. Don't be pursuing happiness. Choose your next great adventure, your next great challenge. How can I be pushed, pulled to the next level? Not just going after things to get them, but because of what we're going to become and going after. Hey, thanks for chiming in. I already got a thumbs up, a couple happy faces, and a like, and I got a heart right there. I love you for it. Why? Because, hey, I love a positive comment. To me, I take it as positive reinforcement. Negativity, negative comments, they used to kind of touch me in a certain way. Now, they hardly move the needle. And I'm proud of myself for that. Today and yesterday and this whole past week, I've been watching this documentary on a guy named Shackleton, who in 1915, he set out on an adventure initially he set out to plant the British flag on the South Pole. And somebody beat him to it. And when they beat him to it, he didn't complain, whine, or go in any way with negativity towards that accomplishment by another person. No, he said, someone has planted the flag already in the South Pole. I turn my sights on crossing the Antarctica that no one else has done. I'm going to make the 1,800-mile journey. And he put out an ad. Can you imagine putting out an ad in 1915? I'm looking for 27 men who want to go forth on an adventure with little or no pay. And if we survive, which is unlikely, it's unlikely that we're going to survive. If we survive, great reward could be in store for us. And he had 5,000 people respond that were looking for great adventure, little or no pay, with the chance of survival slim to none, but if you do survive, probably great rewards. No promises. 5,000 people. And so with the 5,000, he picked his 27 group of guys to go forward on this adventure to cross the Antarctica. And then, unbeknownst to him, World War I breaks out, and he decides the right thing to do is the ship that he spent, probably a year and a half, 2 years plus, getting ready, supplies, getting ready for this adventure. He decides the best thing to do right now is offer this ship to the government for the war effort. And Winston Churchill just responds with, go forward. Go forward in your adventure. So, with that said, he turns his sights back towards the expedition. And man, I'll just cut to the chase that all 27 of the people with him, so all 28 of these guys, they survived. But it ended up being 2 years. 2 years. It was a year and several months before they set foot on ground. They were set adrift on basically a large iceberg. For a year and 2 months, 3 months, they were just on the iceberg trying to survive. He had enforced optimism in the crew. He had to, right? And there came a time when he knew, okay, the mission was to cross Antarctica. And guess what? That mission ain't happening. The ship got iced in. The Endurance was the name of the ship, based on his family motto, with endurance we conquer. And so the Endurance got iced in, and then they were on that for about a year, and then the ice crushed the ship and sank it. They had to abandon ship, and so Shackleton had to switch missions. Okay, we're not going to cross the Antarctic. Now the mission now is to survive. My mission is to survive and to get these 27 souls back to dry land alive. And so he switched missions. No complaining, no whining. A lot of leadership books and stories and movies have been made about this Shackleton's adventure. And I've just been studying that. Because why? Because when we compare things, it's in the life of contrast when we realize, holy shit, am I complaining today about getting up early? Am I complaining about, it was 55 degrees, a little chilly this morning? When you think about what these souls went through on this Shackleton expedition, check it out. It's on YouTube. It's on Amazon Prime. Hey, how are you? Do I feel old? Hell no, Chris, I don't feel old. That's the problem. I'm much too old to feel this damn young. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, you're in the right place. If you're 68 and above, or you're 60 or 55 and above, and you feel old, you're slowed down, and that's the way you're going to stay, get out of the way. Do not hang around here. Move along, you old geezer. I don't have time for you, your mentality, or your physicality. But if you have the urge to adventure, to be better, to become more, to even get more, but with the main thing and your main obsession is to becoming more. That's what really gives us fulfillment in life. Yeah, thank you, Chris, for checking in. Hey, how you doing, brother? All right, Jared, thanks for checking in. Jim, oh man, do I feel old? Are you crazy? Sometimes I wish I felt a little older. I feel too damn young. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, I know some people are dropping in and out on the shorts feed because that's where this shows up. I'm on my way inside the gym. I only took 1 day off. I was going to take more days off. I was watching Dr. Uberman, and I know this is true. He had a bodybuilder on his show, Dorian Yates, and they were talking about how we tend to overtrain. And right when Dorian Yates takes his clients into the gym, he kind of goes in with this mentality and this methodology. Hey, listen, we got to think about this as knocking down a wall. When we work out today, we're tearing down tissue, we're breaking it down, we're breaking down a wall in a house. And then after that, the bricklayers come in, the drywallers, to build the wall back up stronger than it was before to withstand the next time we come to knock it down. And if we don't take enough proper rest in between workouts, we're tearing down the wall before it was actually rebuilt. which is true. We don't get big and strong when we go into the gym. Yeah, we get a pump, we feel bigger and stronger, but that's not when we grow. We're actually breaking shit down in the gym. Is it obvious? Yes. We're breaking tissue down. And then the body, in its miraculous way, takes the food that we give it, the nutrition, right? The building blocks, the hormones, the essential amino acids in our proteins that we ingest through food and supplements, and we build that muscle back up because the body is getting ready to adapt to the stressors that we gave it, and it's going to get stronger and stronger every day in every way. But I've habituated training for so long, fuck that, I'm going to get in the gym. It's probably, maybe I should rest one more day. I can't do it. I got to get back in the gym. There's too much good feeling, and it's too much of a good habit that I've been in the past 55 plus years. Not going to stop now. And that doesn't mean that I don't take days where I'm not in the gym weight training, where I may be walking or jumping rope, or I'm playing tennis. Like yesterday, I did not do weight training, but I played 3 hours of tennis, and that was a way of moving the body around, engaging the mind. Right? When you're playing a paddleball sport, you're constantly engaging in analyzing how fast the ball is coming, what direction, how do I move my body in preparation to get to the ball at the speed it's coming so I can strike the ball. All right, hey, listen, I'm stopped in traffic now. I can take the time to really acknowledge you. Hey, how are you, my brother? Hey, we long for travel. I love that. That's a great name. Sergeant, miss your face-to-face talks. Now I get to watch and listen too. Hey, we long for... Absolutely. Let me know. Give me a direct message. Give me a private message. Where are you traveling to? Maybe I'll join you. You know, you get to a certain point in your life, you know what? You can do whatever you want, when you want, regardless of what anybody else wants. Hey, that's where I am right now. Hey, I have enough money. I can stop where I'm at right now, put my feet up, and I'll do that on time to time, you know, for minutes. And then it's time to get after it. Doesn't mean I can't take the time to relax. Right? Oh, I was looking at a song from the 70s by Olivia Newton-John yesterday, 1974, I believe. Right? Have you never been mellow? The person who wrote the song was thinking about their partner who can never relax, who can never take the time to sit down, stare at the water, and relax. Believe me, I do it. I take time to relax. If you've seen any of my videos where I'm on the beach, right under my beach chair, I'm taking time to relax. When I'm at the summer cottage, when I'm at Elm Tree Island, my island in the St. Lawrence River, if you've ever seen me make videos of myself in my Adirondack chair, reading a book, taking time to enjoy all of God's gifts and creations, I do it all the time, and it's crazy. Look at that guy. He's going to hit me. But I'm not into judgment or a personal opinion of that guy. I was just an observer. There was no way I was going to stop him from hitting me. But he didn't, so you know what? I thank God. The guy went along his way and just barely missed me. All right, everybody, let me know what you're doing today. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. Every time I do a live like this, I gather a lot of new Army members in the Army of Motivation and Inspiration. I gather a lot more in our community of progress. In spite of everything that's going on, we are adventurous, we are warriors, and we could care less. We could care less of other people's judgment or opinions of us. Not zero. We never want to get to the point of zero caring, but we could care less. The less we care, not zero, but not none. But we want to get to caring less so that we go on doing what we're going to do regardless of people's judgments or opinions of ourselves. Not that I don't sometimes look at comments or criticisms and I think, is there any validity to it? Could I maybe make a change that would be a positive direction by this person? Maybe it actually is constructive criticism, and most of the time it's not. It's usually a backhanded criticism or a backhanded compliment, and that's, hey, Chris, thanks for checking in, my brother. Hi, hey, how are you, my friend? Good to talk to you, or talk at you. It's alrighty. Hey, I love you. Taking the time to make a comment. No better way to interact with each other, right, than a positive comment. I even do it, and I'll admit to it, sometimes out of just, you know, the fun of stirring people up. People will leave a hateful, crazy comment, and I'll respond in positiveness, right? Hey, you know what? Thanks for watching the video. Thanks for taking the time to respond. Always appreciate the interaction. Probably drives them crazy, right? Because they're one of those people that are probably committed and they're mired in their own mediocrity. And let me tell you, as taught by Napoleon Hill, who wrote The Laws of Success and Think and Grow Rich, back in the 1930s, when he was well, he was hired by Andrew Carnegie, hired Napoleon Hill to study the 500 most powerful and successful men in business and write down the consistent philosophies and ideas that led to their success. And one of the things Napoleon Hill said was, your optimism and your positivity is going to be mocked by people and attacked vehemently. Why? Because a lot of people, most people, are mired and committed to their own mediocrity. Hey, I can't sit there. I won't sit there. And let me repeat another lesson that I learned this past week and probably have known for quite a few years, that any decision made out of fear is probably the wrong one. Let's go. Hey, what was the theme of the stream today? It was lion-hearted. Let's all be lion-hearted today, everybody. That means brave and courageous, not a lack of fear, not a lack of, but hey, in spite of any fear, we know the right thing, the right way, and the right reason to do the next shit that we should be doing. Let's get after it. One life to live. Sometimes it's good. Take notice that we are mortal. We are going to die. There's lessons all around us that are just trying to teach us that. And so, hey, I'm getting after it today. I'm going into the Crunch Gym right here in Melbourne, Florida. It's going to be it's already 70 degrees out there. What a great day today's going to be. Sunny and 70. I'm loving it here in free Florida. And I say free Florida because I lived for over 35, 40 years in California, which is a beautiful state, but it's full of really, socialist, leftist, crazy people. But there's a lot of good conservatives, and by that I mean good people, principled people. But California is just wacky. And now Florida is like California used to be in the 70s, right? Free and easy, right? People driving their motorcycles, hair blowing in the wind, no helmet law, and law and order. There's no graffiti. I don't see even evidence of any gangs. There's a lack of crime. There's crime in Florida, but it depends on where you are. I mean, different locations. There are locations in Florida that are extremely dangerous, but few and far between. And by my experience where I'm at here on the Space Coast, there's a lack of crime sometimes, probably many times, believe it or not, this day and age. Even though it was that way in the 1970s when I grew up in my little village hometown of Caledonia, where we always left the door unlocked. You know what? Frequently I leave my door unlocked at the townhome here in Florida with, no qualms. It's not the smartest thing to do, but listen, I'll tell you right now, that's the feeling. Is there any feelings of fear here? No. Zero. Is Florida the best place to live year-round? Probably not. It gets very hot and uncomfortable. Luckily, I have a summer home. I escape. Mid-May, I'm out of here. I'm in the island, right, upstate New York, and the cool breezes hit me at the end of May. If Florida gets very hot and humid in the summer, it can be brutal. Some people still enjoy it. They stay here all year round. They play tennis all year round, but it's tough. Even they admit to me it's tough. All right, everybody, if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel right now. You're not going to be disappointed in the content, and listen, it's authenticity I'm giving you, right? It's real and it's raw. There is no teleprompters, you can tell, and you can tell by the mistakes I make and my oratory, my narrative, that I am not reading from notes or a script. And isn't that the best nowadays? Give us real and raw. I don't care if there's some mistakes or not. I want to see real and raw. Too much bullshit with AI and fake shit. Is it real? I don't want to have to try to discern whether something's real or not. If it's raw, I can kind of tell. All right, everybody, I love you. I will see you in the next video, which will be later today. I'm doing a podcast with my good friend Patrick Davis and another retired police officer from the NYPD. And hey, listen, he's motivated, he's inspired, he's going forward. And one thing for sure, he's lion-hearted. That's the theme of the stream, everybody. Lion-hearted. Subscribe, hit the button. Don't be afraid. Be courageous. All right, see you in the next video.